I think of can say ahomaso bi ahomaso so mu ade bi ni ade o hwe ni ye because o pa battle na wo se ngofo ntaba na be som all the politicians in the come wo nye won ko because on dey na aba e dey nya so
every consultation yes
amonyafo no o mu hwe ni ye pa o ye pani kodine bi so panifo so na se won na panifo so a bedu ba no be hia nko sankofo na moa enti omo hwe na bi pa enti on dey na eno so no dey fa all the politicians na say obi o leader bia no won so so dey no afa yanko tema central tema central Charles Forson obviously ono so na watimi adi enkuni be bright so kai ndc ni no enti onya 18,870 we only Charles Force and people no and be bright no so 18,811
okay
uzi
ben ho
say one
Techiman so
Techiman so
Martin J Mensa Kosa ono so ewin ewo ho ono so dia no Techiman South is 46,663 and onya na Christopher Beire okay 2020 ni issue no the same thing no omo de na ebo so pa me no kokot sa and we sunya 43,529 we 46
we crowd here
we dey
mutrain so like less than about 3,000 right and we between the train more on continent say and so no na afei Patrick Yaboama okay ko central onu de na yemi ya
see o ma say declare
onu no defeat am ti ya but simin sunum
okay
because papa no on so okọ unze yakọ akrai the constituency na yetie na yetie na wo hwe anwuma na oye ho na papa no ni sia sania na ho kan sitie obuade o Yaboama etini de no na emi ya pa se eti de na betua kwama ora Yaboama etimi alusu sa but then no recollection ba ye no it is onya 21,099
okay
votes and this ni so enya 19,368
that's no so be 2,000
me fan say 1,000
yes okay
over 1,000 enti ora Patrick Yaboama MP for Okai Kwe Central
re-elected
I net say ono so ona oduko ne dey em de pa na ahafo no north Eric Nanajima Prempe my tepa not boni no ai ono so e ba ya say on so na edi nkunim
okay
ai to me calculation no when 20,353 Najmai onya 20,353
okay
and we were akwasi adusai ono so nya 20,232 and nta komu jefri nsam no e kwa baje nso
33
ai
na we say
o so 32
to 1
ai
1
we ye 353 and we ye 232
oh okay
the other say 10 yo other 10 every that time enti ono no dia no tapa dia yi onu isu ba ye ma se de hu MPP ni bia o gina se aso o defending se MPP na hwe ni wo ho enti no so on na me ka wen me ka ensewom adwaji die ni bi pepe ni o enti onu so no
ase on hwe ni suban yi
onu so that is it
on hwe ni suban yi
report e free no ho ba no enye se mponi ene okay se so wa bem because na government appointee go nadbo ona data general nadmo ene bia na ahode no ho nti na so mfi obi a se dey o se bra be se constituency no nsam enti suban na de tenant bo ho no sa na de ba ho de a
se ahwe mai de se ne ase mesi se ahwe nya hwe de sa
oh that be say na me kan se ensem ankofo ka fa owura no do mpre ho no sa bi na enti se sa na betia dia se no o se bra be se constituency no mo nsam because se sa na tie dia o de ani na ya futuo na de ma wo mo
Eric Nanajima Prempe
wadaroma wa bre pa sa situ wa bre pa na owura akosi adu se won se ono na oye former MP na MPP ni no sani eko 2 do ko 8 years na go sans ba kan ko beje free sam wa ya djuma ho wa ba djuma pa sa situ no we list mistake
beje free sam
enti nana wadaroma wo ba no
Send the one was your brand, Wabrapa. I ain't Wabrapa. Mr. Carano, and Wabrapa.
Sebi, Fabi be free.
I and Wabrapa. Anyway, young girl was
East. Was he sending Papa credit?
Yeah, and some more body didn't come on. Masa utie nkomo na ndidi ye no e kire say the princes na dead preface ono na otmedin kunu but recollection ba ye no isi say yen kan chega na fo nyina say Dr. Patrick Abuaje Boachi Yadom ono na odi nkunim ye 18,558 and now some more Abuaje so de 18,539
wow and they na dey went ba no
oh yes
oh na say 20 votes there
18,558 and 18,539.
And in France say 19 votes. 19 votes. Now baby crowd the next 6 and 9.
9. Oh, enti sise no. Ya beni. Enti dia kan do
Kwabena any Ablekuma North.
This for say o ma suspend collation no.
Recollection e bien when this winning.
Yes.
E bien ho mo winning.
E bia do Kwabena de o betumi afa.
All right. Yan twa de besi ho.
Do Kwabena de it is possible say this betumi afa sa ho no.
Yan twa de besi.
Enti let's say
my question is so what the 9 say 9 who the 9 nyina ma MPP NDC Benya how many seats?
I don't know 182. 182.
So far.
The
188.
No. This is 182. 182 is here.
Okay.
And MPP so I think 82, right?
82. Tonight they can 91.
For independent candidates. Into omo say 2 be kwa MPP ho say 2 be kwa this one I say 4 in na be kwa this ho dia. I say 4 in na be kwa MPP ho so dia.
Ni
182
ni say 4 in na kwa this be 186.
Nzami adoma. There be say 4 in na kwa be
186.
Nzami adoma 7th January 2025.
Ebe hunu.
MPP for Ejdan Brand
and
182 in there solid.
And solid.
Women there were absolute.
I am that's what I do majority.
So 182 to test. 182 to test.
182. Say 200 and
276.
76.
And 182 to test.
All right.
Enti that is no nya mane no. Enti kwabra akadiaka. Lekman North. Ene Dome Kwabena. Enti election be no on Kessben. So democracy. Once election dey ntwam. Not until 7th January. Every election ni na no. Na election be no on Kessben television or Kessben media. E betwam. Kwabra I would have 5 and 10 years. Let
us see. Question. 184 to test. Anyway, Mr. Joseph Amwa, Nedi Alaji Mwa. Nyasum Kuma. Obeni akwaba.
Yeah.
Na boko de.
Oh, yami adu.
Ena lawyer Kwabena Enketia Entry. And then the mabudi no crets private legal practitioner ono so ewa ha na miami nua Frank otu e champon enso ewa ha Frank yendi sinima pa Mr. Joseph Amwa a senior member movement for change
and Ghana will rise again
unless you have a kahwasem na yanim so mbedi tedo but when to be any tedo
oh you're not there and they say obvious because
but some kasem benya
Mama nchiro so be so hunu mu ya
mi man pese mu hunu mu
hunu se awanu eto ye no sheda onu akra nto ama no
onu na nto na oto se no
wa nto ama no oto kosoro one word at 12
oto kosoro
kosoro oh yes
and
the child said something was cooking
sir
because one kasanka wa usika na spend the year sa adwuma we ya obeto abeti ahụ it means somebody was not being a sponsor financing. The next was show a obo
Samu.
The anu just say no. Mom say what me asa. But
that one I work so kotuma yes
obvious. And the ones in Yakubons were so here na. On say be to aba no be fully unya one
nti ne yere no pere to man
na yire so on so na to man no e no so dey so hwe so wa ba bi o to see ye no enya dey o to man no
o to na monitor na
the pictures are there unya hu pictures
da bi mi hu ne
I'll send the pictures
no o to soro ya se ni
o di je on say ya nyan started but don't say me ade ba ko
ya kura no we are going
MPP campaign they were quite disingenuous.
How?
In the fact say they didn't focus on their core
policies and I say
no their core members. In politics there's a phrase we say see accentuate your strongholds and mitigate your weak areas.
Okay.
And if we be a stronghold, we be only panel. Make sure say
what the stamp is so.
The stamp was so. Where's one man sir? And no more na chese woman adwini nyina wo.
Other areas.
Alanche Martin so. Any your mama so.
Okay.
There was not a single time, and as before says Baumiaka say 100 times here. Emu 98 he mentioned your mama's name.
Promotuno.
So where's that? Obi or two be anu that not day. Because he was not your mama is work that because we could any campaign man. And over forms so woman in answer, Otomala, I say votes.
Okay.
In the area, I'm to match that. I dare cheer me a Friday, no. And your mom has said this going to be just because of Alancha. No job with the Anton. And the credit woman down when in the natures woman in a pass.
Proper.
What I say? You know now, more woman. And I'm going for it next time we be. They will learn something from these things. There will be idea and
I said
the idea near pay change movement for change.
So change about.
Change in Zaba.
Are you in talks with the NDC?
In what sense?
Oh, a question. Say some will change and a change about. Be a more ideologist.
I'm a Ghanaian.
Mobile say mobile tomb be a more. And I say over frame no.
Oh, you're much as young Ghanaians. Is your tour? What you then what do one is you be good Jensen?
Okay.
It is a elections here, and I say country could do in sense memory. What can who to Obama MPP want to about more? You suffered. Okay. Then you now suffer and you are still suffering.
Okay.
It is a government be bad. That's also if all ideas be a bit media bois. You do it. 1 year in a year, you also meant the year in a bit.
That's right.
And so over here, Enra, Alancha Martini allows for a change for no. A committee. John Mama. Now me ba me can say. Somebody can be sabu by me can't you say. Your mama say na memwe no be koso ye pa. On kan sabu ku bi. Ayi baby a interview. Ayi Alancha Martin as far back as 2014. And niema o kan ye ni nyina so mo fa mu ba ko pe.
No mo ye ho adwuma.
Enka go do baby adri. And Samre na ni nyina san beto ye.
Okay.
And they say nyame adom sa winning or winning no. When you absolute majority obetimi the ye aye niema e bia nanka first na ontimi opposition be so strong ontimi ye. Enti Yankobon nye kwase nyampo odogana pa eno nye kwase ode yina ma no. When you that kind of numbers no obetimi dia execute policies papa bitima boa.
All right.
General Alan ni ko shia no. O kansama do bebre ba ko bia la bia na kan expenditure switching. So Ghana so where isika egie nyina enema mensa na yede compensation consumption and debt payment. That's as you are treating yourself like as enkola. Who's akola?
You didn't say.
Who's akola? Who the blade and apaso e sha akola nsema e dey no di ka dey. Na no no dey she. And we are behaving like enkola. We don't benya bia de kwa no you turning around answer. And I like I said now this time round no 2014 okay you say the government of Ghana must adopt expenditure switching option that reduce government recurrent expenditure and expenditure on non-productive economic activities that do not generate direct revenue to the state.
All right.
On the say anya the say na say maybe ano the be obaje bia no udi
o jia mene
no ne dwama machine no kan say ba ko kire o ka kire ne say yakwa MF idea as ye ho ahen ha ye kakra enti ya say ye nyina bibia we am fisika na ba ebe kakra besa dia ba bia as ye di o The bia no a yɛde kɔ productive sector no. Yɛdi ni nyina do di wia obeyede.
All right.
It is a see to me make sure say be focus on the productive aspect of the nation. You have added value to your nearby one. Now, not to increase generating revenue within our own system. Yet, my generating revenue. Everything they are share. All
right.
Yet, imagine. I'm
not Frank answer about lawyer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
KOD.
Yeah, Vice President.
Vice Namti Hassan.
I'm sure. Why are you doing Ghana? Sayaba. My union, no, you are Sedama media houses. I work Ghana hanging out. Bia the Juma said they say the fata, and I'm not changing. About on the more serious note, I think, sir. John, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the former president, Yagini said, or Mampenia, or Bedo Mayano. About you must on any policies I don't need to join MPP for Sebi, didn't who fell in now, and the Ghana for in who says Sebi, MPP for Yamanukua, no craft friend of Cranamon kind of crap. In Chato Swo, Nada, and in Contumpo, and our Madibaji to me free, you are John Dramani Mahama, 2016. And then, Nigna, a better daddy, the overwhelming majority and endorsement. I, dear my Euro John Domain Mahama, Ningina Daddy Pefi, said, Amamua Papa, Euro John Domain Mahama, Ebuye, a year from 2012 to 2016, Sabi, Ghana for energy home, and in Thomas I to me night. I said, the Ghana for Nase, a Bamo Bibia him for, I saw for media men, Obia or boy, I must be changed by a piano. I said, I would dear. Now, Yaban so, Sabi, I was here by yo, Yamada,
you want to zoom, Papa, within 4 years,
Papa, Nana Sabi, so winning the pie so conform better national or can it you idea. No Crabia, a hinter, and no more MPP for Bayer, you are Sabi, a hinter be idea, but my Ghana for an idea. Idea to money, economy saying a drew, exchange rate is saying that here, Australia way, a cassa in a baho. So winning the pie cars, a idea, now with no credit channel, 10 biano, or do what you do, and no because what kind of credit, a channel, but wouldn't contumpo, and in Ada, I didn't be dinner anymore. 10 bian when you go, I say, I don't see no credit. Papa yo, a Bama Ghana for a day, and who said a mamma city, Nadebiano, or Modi MPP, sorry, NDC Amman.
That's
Metria in the Park of Crabia, you are John Doman Mahama's Excellency, Akrabia will be an imre, Chow Council. Now, Matria, Rubigedu, or a party chairman, NDC party chairman, or Western North region. More for an import back on Michiano. Now, Matria, honorable joining of Kofi, our Dina Juma, Kwame Nkrumah, University of Science and Technology. Any PV Jantua. All right. Michel Munina.
That's it. Lara. My main also briefly on the elections. Yaba main topics in this one.
Africa, they know my Ben got to a buy and almost a bass in Jim Ghana. And they say, say they quay be and say, boy,
yeah.
Say it to Atuabana, Bonnie BNC, Pinche, Biama, Atuaba, the chain, and less than 24 hours. No be able to say Abano. I didn't go. I'm so foreign media houses now. And the foreign organizations now, Baswana or Mubogana. If I die in once, say, now going forward, and so, and the Maka crack, told since a collision center man for Kugo says, no, my 2 baby are Maba Naba, Mikojiwe, Nami Shiwe, Nami Yewe, Sanoman. I said, going forward, I say, I started with toilet, a Koji toilet, and a trasa, a Konani. Obiani, nobody knows what is coming next. And they say, Honos, here, who baby. They say, 2 baby are a man of Ghana and sign. Electoral offenses are still offenses, and they are still punishable under the laws of Ghana. The first year to about willing to say, it will be a soon. The person has a degree of tenor. The time was wanting going in for say, I governor appointee, and I say, the Empire President is money appointed for fraud. You can't put the law into hands and go there and Mako Jiwe and Mako Jiwe, send a Huno at the piano. Until they going for the honor, say, but in a baby ambassador that and couples or a boy and a to Abana.
All right.
Answer my consumer to chat. Akatachi from Chakatachi for especially 2002 year group. Michel Bia, now Machia, Mamina, Kwame Nkrumah, BB, and financial services.
All right. Thank you very much. I feel young fire topics on the now. I feel recollection of a year parliamentary election results. Babeye, Bebe, Sia, a Kronso. And the electoral commission and again said and I'm quite a fast one a buy a bio declaration a buy a bio holduna by regional coalition center and tentam amatam at the court national now amo a nina a way and they resource no ebi aba abeto ya membobo emfa emamo odwani achim ewo eye Techiman South East South Techiman South owura your friend say J Mensa Kosa ono a retain eye ni seat ehonum wentwi kakra eba ho na ene ye kase ono a retain ni seat odwani achim ewo eye nsawam adwagiri eno so yenra ano dompre ono so ye declare no winner enso ho ɛhɔ so na NDC4 enso ani abre papa sɛ ɛnya de a ɔmo agye atom ho ensɛm no enso ɛho ɛno no afei fa wani kyerem na afei yɛmfa yɛni enkyerem enso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ahafano southwest ɔsɛe Mensa Dapa Elvis ɛna recollection declaration abase ono ɛna ewini sanso ɛna odwani ɛkyerem wɔ Boase East City na yenra Patrick and Honorable Patrick Boachi Yadom ɛno so ye declare no sɛ ono na ewini hokra de ye declare ɛma yenra Aboagye NDC ɛyɛ parliamentary candidate ojina hɔ no ye ne kura di nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ ha ɛma ne kyerɛ kwan a ɔfa so win wasamre ye kɔ recollection no yenra Patrick Boachi Yadom ɛna ye declare no ɛnso ɔno ɛna wawini aba no ɛnso ɛwɔ hɔnom Patrick Boama awini Okaikwe Central seat no ɛno so ɛho ɛnsɛm ɛwɔ hanom a yɛde ebi ama but there are other seats they say Kwabena na Fairbricom North parliamentary resource no ɛno deɛ yɛsi suspended with the declaration no na deɛ aba na sanse bi beto dwa ɛna the National Democratic Congress led by their General Secretary Yenra Fifi Fiave Kwate ɛde ensem aba beto dwa say NDC rejects the illegal and manipulated parliamentary election results declared by the EC. And no aircrata the abetman puto kakra na afi yen shase emfa emfri ho. Or say the National Democratic Congress categorically rejects the purported recollated parliamentary election results declared by the Electoral Commission for a number of constituencies today. These results declared under questionable and illegal circumstances represent a blatant assault on Ghana's democratic principles and a betrayal of the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people. It is abundantly clear that the Electoral Commission, under the leadership of Jane Mensa, has consistently chosen a path of illegality and impunity by engaging in actions that deliberately undermine the integrity of Ghana's electoral process. The EC has compromised its mandate and deepened public mistrust in the institution. The NDC strongly condemns these undemocratic practices and reminds all involved that electoral crimes have no expiring date and that the date of reckoning will come. Jane Mensa and her team appear determined to plunge this country into chaos to satisfy the interest of their political benefactors. However, the NDC, under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama, is equally determined to uphold and safeguard Ghana's democracy. We commend our rank and file for heeding our call to maintain peace and avoid confrontation with security forces deployed to intimidate and oppress innocent citizens. The NDC cannot overlook what seemed to be the troubling collusion between the Electoral Commission, the police, and the military. Troubling collusion between the Electoral Commission, the police, and the military leadership. This unholy alliance has facilitated the unlawful manipulation of election results and tarnished the credibility of these institutions, which are critical to the survival of our democracy. Furthermore, the EC's deliberate disregard for a stay of execution order served against them in a flagrant violation of the law and a clear indication of their contempt for the process and the rule of law. This illegal action underscores the EC's complicity in a broader scheme to undermine Ghana's democracy and disenfranchise the people. We also express our disappointment with the National Peace Council and other moral bodies whose silence in the face of this development speaks volumes. The NDC calls on the international community to take note of the dangerous and unlawful action of the Electoral Commission. These actions pose a significant threat to Ghana's peace, stability, and democratic process. Let it be known that the NDC will not relent in its fight to defend the will of the people and ensure justice prevails. We caution the government and the EC to desist from further attempt to undermine Ghana's democracy. The NDC will continue to mobilize its supporters and rally Ghanaians to resist any attempt to overturn the people's mandate. Remain unwavering in our commitment to restoring the dignity of Ghana's electoral process and ensuring that the voices of Ghanaians, as heard on December 7th, are respected and upheld. Together, we will protect the principles of democracy and ensure a brighter future for our nation. Signed, Honorable Fifi Fiave Kwete, General Secretary. We are krata. The NDC, Eddie Ababontin said, and Yama Koso between the Electoral Commission. And I said, Electoral Commission here, you are recorded, you sign declare results. No, almost say, and fuck Quemu, Etiamra, na Omo Ebefa Quembia, so some bit me. Abo Ghana for Amuko Tuaba, Edema, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, and the parliamentarians no, on Bebo Ebra. Yes, you know, any police for, any military for, Ashada, and now Omo Muchinchim Ghana for Sa. Na baby any say abano ekono womo de akwakom womo frɛ and I say eyomo ya say enei body visit to say peace council any other moral bodies no woma koma no tum ewo nsɛm we hu ya womo nka ho na mom womo to nsa e dia frɛ the international bodies ni ebi say womo wuram na nsɛm womo enka bi ubo ntafa nsɛm a ewo ma me kɔ lawyer ho ansa na mentie no on that score. The recollation any ensema aba. Did the Electoral Commission even have the right to recollate these results? Send them rano eche efa sansem sana. Maybe the political parties no.
Hey, KOD, Ghana to about since 92. Recollation your first time I been.
Your first time recollation.
First time I recollation. I 2004 through consistency.
Yeah.
Say bio.
Yeah.
And then there one but tell me one say I could say Uncle Mobia na opposite say no man recollation what is it about? You talk about papers in the doors. Obekai Ghana for now 111 under pressure. And the mistakes a bit me aba. And the okay the bought Ghana about to home runner CI 127 section regulation 43 to 48. I also say the EC can recollect results under special circumstances. And it's also I say the opposite way.
Okay.
And you know, say to aba, na say mistakes ba. Administrative mistakes can be corrected. And one say pink sheet ni say no man. Ya de beko. Na ko he say bibia e kan no, e bia mistake we ni e bit ma be say bia mistake bit say bia o control 214. No control 412. The same figures na ba wadane no.
Okay.
Mistake ti me ba. O he to aba amanfo ko botwi ko ho, pressure ba ho. Pressure so the bar, nipa be no pressure bar so a obey ade say the wo ye ne na. Ti be 60 me ba. Enti aba sa na e say easy. Recollect results no. Na he be mo recollation ni nyina so a. Me hu be asema ma say ye recollect. I was so wagon. See recollect.
That be.
Oko my friend say
Asla ho
16 regions now Ghana. NDC won, NPP won in only 3 of the regions. And the same kind of government department one using 2 million that number. But to be answered by you have 276 constituencies. A Muna and answered on every quality. So I find it very difficult to believe why Obeka say on your own chassis because one win it.
After the declaration, the return officer or declare say Obosi East, for example, you declare say ono na wini.
Oh say, members of Kai Kuyas, me sure of the area, but by you some of the police stations could be fast saying, any declare. Baby also baby I'm say Obosi East one outcome. No more kumajana so on declare then. What can be declare now declare?
Okay.
Another for say your life or your motto. That's what don't come to and I say what are you going to do?
All right.
In any period the day. Until I'm mentioning kume. That be declare. And the chances give me say no matter say under duress. Under duress, threats, intimidation are man ba. That's the part me the credible evidence cause say I'm declare didn't say when. Name no and this situation I'm declare. nipa be go intimidation na the insect can be near ABC na other police stations in my yes achenti no declare pressure about me so I will declare me declare will be alcohol but later on the right thing must be done the first mistake first nature say it should go on until that regulation in medical say it's administrative and it can be corrected it is a correct. I don't think there's any wrong with that. Anyway. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Anyway. Yes.
All right. I feel my memory politicians in a way. Nah, Frank. My memory. That's
the recollection. Easy, no. What you call order our day. I think, sir, you cannot eat your cake and have it.
All right.
In 2020 elections, particularly the Chiman South, a similar incident occurred. The BC SCO, the Chiman South, NDC for calling for recollection. What did the EC say?
And on that, almost a gazette, we need a gazette.
It was not gazetted.
It wasn't gazetted.
Listen, the very moment almost announced or declared results and said in favor of MPP, don't the said no, there's something really wrong with the declaration, and for that matter, we need recollection. The EC said no. Once the declaration has been made, and as a yadi nipo,
you can go to court.
You can go to court.
Yeah.
That is what the EC said. The very words of the EC. So you can go to court. So in this instance now, Sabi, I'm going in favor of your.
You can come in. If there's anything you want to input,
yes, if any input, there's any input you want to make. No, let me finish. So what I'm trying to say is that EC from her own words, and I say we are using her own words to judge her. In 2020 elections, particularly Techiman South, we agitated, we protested, said no declaration now, electoral officer now, it's not what valid, and for that matter, you recollected the results, and I young kind of bill near the EC says that we can go to court because once the declaration has been made, there's nothing we can do unless we go to court. So that's it. And then a bar said NDC for a call in favor of NDC for India. What court according to injunction, High Court said no. According a friend order, said you will recollect the results. That is where we find it very confusing. And for that matter, recollection in the eyes of NDC, they say it's invalid.
Invalid.
It's invalid.
So what are you going to do?
That do what? You be hunu the
That do what?
That do what? Say baby hand over power.
Okay.
To the NDC. 7th January, hand power my we are. A quiet say fast wa. You be the first declaration I hold you. You be fast. I'm the first declaration on my year, because and NDC in the Kojina platform, so declare NDC for winners. And yet the very officer of the electoral commission. I don't Kojina who declares NDC for the winning.
Ebase be under duress, be under threat. All the police stations
no declaration was made under duress. Meaning KOD. Baby I don't more say yadi akumagina nipa. It's neither here nor the police. Not police for any ho. I saw your for any ho. For that matter, video so by out here Yahoo video there was nobody holding any akuma or axe. So they all threatened a friend electoral officer and say on declare in favor of now even MPP for supporters you cannot know. Both parties no Obia supporters were there and they declare in favor of NDC. And pink sheet in the son copies are the man Aduajiri in Sawam, for instance. Pink sheet are the man NDC agent, you know. And then the Omo to declare it has been altered.
Yasisano.
What
the original pink sheet?
I'll show it to the I can send you the video. You send you the video. NPP agent admitted say indeed the pink sheet at the man on that day, no. It was different from the day. And you so I your friend.
Tijuana signed and they almost the year, you know.
And then because it drew 7th January, hand over my we will go for the original pink sheets. Or trace you know you know. They declare honorable Adodom pre winner no. You also ma otano asema yebusa MPP agent asema obeka say ai omu dima omu bi no omu koye no and officer ne hu say there has been what errors on the original pink sheet now or dima omu no you know they've altered and they've corrected those mistakes
without
the presence of the
NDC
MPP agents no and we corrected those mistakes you know. Tell this to the ordinary person. NDC for we are well versed in electoral processes, and for that matter, you cannot cheat anybody.
Right.
The Oma declare one moving the singing now. Me say invalid. That is the right word I can use.
Invalid. Invalid.
Abba. On the 7th of January, when power is handed over to the NDC, we will know the true results are declared. Say valid and say invalid.
Does it mean you are going to act as the electoral commission? You are going to court?
You cannot eat your cake and have it. One actually say once declaration is made, nobody can overturn the what you call it, the declaration, unless you go to court. Now then, I would own court wrong. Court order say over by regulation. In any case, who is in the you don't have that right. As your words explains, you don't have that right to recall it. At the end of the day, the court order from High Court so over by recall it. I can confidently assure every Ghanaian or every voter who voted for the MPs now you declare or winners. They should relax. They should be very patient. More be agitated, more be any violent to ABR. On the 7th of January, when power is handed over to the NDC, you be who the true results and the true MPs elected to Monko Parliament House. So what I say, we gidi enye basabasa yo. Yabotre obi anya botoye mu. Ya nye ni basabasa yibia. On the 7th of January, yet in common quantity or body also didn't quite idea. You are John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. You better swear in as the president of this country in 2025, 7 January. Now we are a honor Susan. You be who the Susan the body on the wedding. And the Obon who suffer any or boss say, when the police for the Chihuahua Betty, so yeah, they will tell you, won't cry. What I say, 7 January, first declaration I make it, you know, by Juma. So what I say, you don't know by Juma. Where any threat and actually. Ya mama Ghana a rule of law near the Yajuma, Emran Yajuma, who is one okay, and nobody ever know one okay. Say, once declaration is made, nobody has the right to overturn unless you go to court for what interpretation or whatever. Right. And then they walk with the order from court about recollection. In any case, elections are won at the police stations. And the coalition will be on police stations. And you know, police stations in one of your coalition. When you're the designated places are a coalition. Enti yan to muna enyin to muchina NDC amonyoku National Democratic Congress amonyoku ene me kam obia tiase se abana ye to ye no MPP NDC you would overwhelming majority yenya 2/3 more than 2/3 of the parliamentary seats obia function itrim yewura John Dramani Mahama ye sworn in as the president of this country. Declaration I making on the 7th of January December no I don't be hold the omo yening na no sabe ekuru brothers me fa ankosi hwe charade enya juma me na me ka kire enya juma because one hour can wasem you cannot eat your cake and then have it who say enko in your favor ninti no o akok court order
in your favor no so independent body so then economy
order when they independent
onye independent
body juma odie we just independent ni juma odie we just independent. In any case, so we basically court injunction. Why don't you allow the NPP people to seek for court order? Say recollection. Who is in them and was the content court. So I could order so very quality the results. So what I say, and no crowning now, actually, or baby over. And then you remember the 2 Ghana and him, and Yan Tokwasem, and yet in the Obia Yabutoyum.
The American say the constituencies in the court say you enforce the EC na onye recollection, not the EC in the court. Kojisa order no.
Eventually, who went to the court? The EC in the court.
And some didn't court.
One didn't court.
The constituencies no. Constituencies no. NSC omunko because
led by who?
But I don't know where that, but the constituencies went.
So these are speculations. And you hold it. And EC no eventually minimum say EC in the court because the court order. So by recollection. A press conference. Attached or yeah press conference no so about recollection yeah they yamfa ho NDC amanyoko yeah yamfa ho onyamia kasa no kasa no kasa and wakasa in favor of NDC wakasa in favor of Ghanaians are sabi no mo kwa ho kire mu petrol bo aye dene aduane bo aye dene amamuo no enko ye economic indicators nyina no afall flat a no man koso no e na Ghana fo hu no se da bi yamfa 2 million sa ma MPP amanyoko no biem yamfa ma NDC amanyoko because the omo from 2012 to 2016 so be any so enim sam ye nyina ye hunu de mampani John Dramani Mahama obey o man we mu ntia for 2 million man no ana ye dane 2 million ye de man no opeso fa friends koti kwan so bia chinchim yensa enya adwuma Ghana for ye nim de Ghana for sabe yesua de ya kenkan and for that matter the wa wo kan ye in 2020 so once declaration is made nobody has the right to overturn the results on and eno ne ye gina so friends a president and was it and eno ne be gina so to render all these recollection activities null and void me can see be Ghana ni bia nya rehire mu mo bia ye mo nhehye no on the 7th of January when power is handed over to you John Dramani Mahama you be hu de susan e de board ho no ye dey e befa I rest my case.
Thank you very much. Yada say Mamenko na mema honorable Kwadwo Bediako. Debia Mrs. Honorable Kwadwo Banahene Bediako. That's a movement for change.
Ghana for us to Abamano. It takes a kudro, and I bet him the Arim as I call
it. Takes the that better. Where you pray no? No, I can't pray so. So
it's not an easy thing to me, Monabaso. All right. Amazon catch them in the animators for say. So more we need a year. Now, every day way to Tianamono. Actually, said Ghana for and Twabana. Omodoso say Omo to man. Omono. The same old school, na new defense, no tossing you. I go to number 5. Your brains or her, Omamba. Now I'll toss number 6.
I'll be defense.
Oh, now baby defense. One when you're the hole. I want to turn your year. And that moment, the 5 in the baby school.
What's up with this? Yes, sir.
And you 2 homophobe. To me, the Mawa. I saw her to me. If you that from pay, would see you on my house. Nti omo hwe kwan omo hwe so a mfi nan ye danimu ometima ma Ghana for a omkoto abama omo no omo kwando so hwe the number of increase ya to 2020 no a no so bi asa o no so bi asa
about 115,000
no so sa mfi nan wunya ka ho a no so sa
okay
nti ese ya hwe yi pa bem na omo nwere kwan a ni nti a sa nipa no nya reshimu pa sa to aba no e ma omo no ebetimi aboa omo senye saa na we se tumi aba on santi no me wo right one kai say left here amani ebetimi anya ho ndi hwekore ni mfimi no all right nti mesre mfa konya nso me mo mampani na bedi achi Dr. Mahmoud Baomi abaso o che leadership me ni gidie pa se ne kure de ba akopɛ senye on ne de ba yanka bia ne nya kwa ngenya
samum
o me ka kire no kure
sa no influence ka ho be no munya
na wa mo research bibiri o mo ye uko ba bia o bo nya bibiri se MP4 no u pa check
no kure
nya bibiri se fi MP4 no
kure
tin America se tumi ye de ma no anhwe tumi so ye a e betimi efuru nsa to form na hwe se ba bia o mo ye recollation ni ade hwe difference no de 2020 aba MP4 ni nya e
tuma hwe mo tumi so ye o
ena me asem America tu ni pe nyina afo
afutu na de ma na musa se mo manhwe mo de no so ye
se me ka tu ni pe nyina afo
okay
na no yese so am ye ni na ho yese movement for change o ma firi mienu o mfiri nyina de aba fie to kina obi firi o mo ani ana ho a o se nyamane
okay
e so no mampenda da meetings ye kwachi ade 2014 advice o mo de ma sa ade akọ 2024 the 2014 on my advice no MPP for my need that ha we need 2016 no think any my ye
na man hwe ni ye
okay enti di nyina na hwe ye asro enti o gene bagura no de oyi na ni ato nche na party fo nyina me ka chi obi aso obi anka na comment yam so opposition dey first time ni 2000 nyame adaroma wampani kofo ba anya trouble 32 years ni ma bida
no kura mo trai
and quiet tonight.
Na
you cry parliament na Rollins dia.
No cry ne Ogana.
You cry Ogana. And me no kase ko ni be busu mi send this phone be come be do mo what to bo.
Eh.
No ma.
Za.
No ma. Enti ebesre obo. Ya to aba na wi, ya to aba wi a ya Ghana. Yan hwe anim, hwe na edi anim, kwan be de be fa so nipa dodo no a ho betimi ade. Ato.
Alright.
Na boy.
Mesaba na ya hwe. Ba me ko Mr. Mo ho na ye hwe eye recollection ho ensense.
Ba mini ya kasapa na vize enema sese ye nyina ketie nke ye nyina ya dwene ekoso so. Because ye man ba company o. So na power can trick. Said the president before kan. Unya power tim yo de it is unya iska no akunya iska bi de bia.
Iska boom
Bi. Abeto me ka mre bi a chepa na minya check bi 100,000 cedis. It man Friday.
kai
You see, Friday you me that.
Wonna. Wa no ko kakra.
Na ve, chese, unu wo bi abeso bonus na.
Anyway.
In Bombay da be na Monday be do. Man da no papa me maso am de come na.
Ho tro.
So, it is sanity now. There is something we call success. Success, one manage here becomes an idol. Becomes an idol. Now if you are worshiping success here, then that the beginning of your end. The meaning you can idea nuclear power.
All right.
MPP, NDC, we knew my winner. Overwhelming. Pa chese. You been see that. So it means say quantum of a year. Parliament. They say we can be able to. So why we feel as worship us and pay you are out.
Okay.
They are penam stage. Can't you say the first thing they have to do is bury their ego.
Okay.
And manage their emotions. Because when we see no. You know, able to with the first 3 months. So we'll be in your position because you are start no more. So forgetting say, and you be in
your position.
But it's out to me, Buana say, near my course you are being more. And now will be a way kakranus will be beer. Oh, debating their homes. And you see a more political position and a political appointment. And I've been a Bemawa, Moment Shadins. And you're Ghana and a politician, I say, and I got a politician, and you're not, we is skinny. But unfortunately, you know, politicians, they ask for. Oh, in their mamma was our target politicians, a politician, been very skinny. Scams so far, not look we are.
Yeah.
The Yakan politicians in Aya for.
Yeah.
And all that, sadly, when you see you free on them. Take your mamma, come the best friends, sadly, man, a target no. Your dear target. Politicians, no say woman in Aya Akron.
One on you through.
One on you through.
Okay.
Because yes, I behind you. Sure. You have a trouble. Now me when you say 276 constituencies in our Ghana. Almost say within a short period. Yeah, MPP for will be 1.5 million cities. So Mfankoe other things. For multiply 276. Just calculate to 44 million for
sense of evidence.
1.5 million cities.
How many am I for?
Omu encrophone executive pieces no baby has a pieces no name.
So I'm Fankoye Juma.
Mfankoye Juma for
Juma Benza.
And you can imagine.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately for them, baby, so I shall uncle. We will have
1.5 million every constituency.
The beer not Nipana Guinean says the Bidiki. I did defeat is staring at my face.
A Pascal.
It will be uncle for. Did talk about and talk about see or more. I think I can't hold the mouth, Konya, baby, or Macudru. And the young she see a baby, sir, is Casemno, a bit magic to do no frame. Mammy be ma and be for advice. So take care of Bobo. Or see, Omunyi delegate system in free because you're the man for who you went here.
About to
Marco Traba. Could be Marco Traba back 1 man PC, and I say in a constituency chairman. Or we will craft fridge, Ukra TV, Ukra one not there, but okay, Campbell school Bignano. You cover as 10,000, 20,000. Now, no, Marco Traba need free as one. It was only cook room with the water. Suddenly, probably, you cry, you can't go to the workroom with me. Near this answer, the party said, "Won't to me, shall see now, almost in the free honor." Then who said, Policy, yes, cat, and a name I've been trying a betcher, and I show my mom, my queen, won't be sad in the this a year. I tell you, say, and chair will meet my papa. No, sad is sad, and I cost to be among the view. And then they are dead.
All right. Mamu so movement Mobesa 10 Mechako MPP.
Me personally. Me yi media. Try let abrem ne be yi media.
Sa.
Na baby am pe wo ko be dey ho no.
Nti unko bio.
Ono me dey yi medi.
Unko bio.
Ye yi medi.
Okay.
O dey as obi ho no a. E bia bi nti na bia oba ha. E bia betimi akọ na me dey.
Ye yi wedi.
I'm
sorry chocolate.
You
Yes, I chocolate bro says abre.
I quite do better on the boss. I'm going to be answering you.
I know I chocolate abre
say you wedi. You were free.
Ah, yeah, you medi. Let us intend.
Anyway.
Now me go through this another open
there. Recollection was
other people need the recollection. Say me no can. Me sense omunya abotre.
iPhone no nya abotre.
NDC for.
Omunya abotre.
Enye bufusem, enye ntokwa. What you say? Bebia mususu say, bebia there is an infringement on the law as far as the particular recollection is concerned. Now some person court number ko. See I will send video Ibrahim in some did they of course of nyagro. In some see
say omubu afu ana.
Ah bufu mo shishi kwem tiles ni niam na ma yebri o omoya o for call for reinforcement business. Why? Ubetia no bi akoprim wo no. We go film what do we gain? Because I'm constantly here back, we'll be out back. Until you moon yabote, NDC for crowd, maybe a do crowd there. How mupi, so by any manual ma. I'm sure you no more to see ya. Because you say Mukra more absolute majority in that. Some would if we become one absolute majority, be ambassador in parliament be out.
I'm say for the sake of the Ghanaians that voted for them. Protected the
but it maybe live and let's live.
Okay.
A boy Emma or my economy. Does it be bia as a time? Maybe I could do a yes, after type. They say money absolute majority. And we say no so I we know mudia. And as a asama bahokra. The movies you know, you wait to make it to now money because they say no. You see,
parliamentary. Maybe the people in the constituency want that particular person.
Responsibility, responsibility as I say. When this is a susan
the Omoyan
MPP.
Okay, a susan MPP time.
Yes,
I didn't try. The other man so
because I can't that woman no. I can't be before Jan 761 billion Ghana cedis. When I'm over con. What do I say? Sir Osha loans a year umuntu contracts umuntu $37 billion. When I'm back on Zakam. What do I say? And then there's one other 2.5 billion on power energy 2.5 billion. Then you know I'm back on Mon Falqua bet my first one. Mobet me accuse now be jail to an hour back more than 4 years up and more. But we are serious because I'm going to be very hard on NDC.
Right.
So Jimmy, because I like woman winning. We are all Ghanaians. We are all Ghanaians. Now the African say, Nyakopon, I don't know winning. It defy all scientific year. Because we has a Tiana.
Surveys
I can see a defy it's just a God has a hand
in their victory.
The end time I'm going to go in Mass.
Oh, come here,
yes. The end time I'm going to go in Mass.
Okay.
They will fight for our God. It is a mapa. And never be as a Mujato. Now focus on how you build.
And you be beyond your back.
We need not have time 4 years. For now, 4 years. Your mama so habano. Yankopon did not buzz on my sanity. Now I'm calling him. The ultimate near my yard. You be born inside the airboat coming from the airboat of food. That ain't a mobile best to Bubesan you're going to eat. And will be your best status where I and be American say. What time your mama or beg your mama yinting or as I
Comunia now, some fanasamonco.
No, I won't print
be
a movie be a Mosaka. The dear Tina Mosabeja, not to a Namako Kun near maybe a young. Me to me, I will call them petty.
Okay.
In the master room, say, Umonia, Umba, Umba, Umnamash. I am a few hop. That's a monument to 2 million a year. A cab has not be a swing agro because your system, I ain't such a way, said American is in. You just can be a need. They say to plan the economy in such a way say be a yesh biano. IMF no be free on yet imagine now. So that say Yasaka beam. You bet me a for debt forgiveness. And your possible party with Marco for debt forgiveness. Now no yabakwa. One multinational agencies, mass are debt forgiveness now. They want to see say you are not corrupt and you are not going to be corrupt. Sanya man says I must start number 5 number 2 near me. So yeah, or man in our betias they say you who corrupt practices be and that's why we have reduced corruption to a significant level. Levels are a bit me a boy. Ya no. See what this can be chair near the chairman who not a situation where we are finding ourselves now. Policy rate here 29% there. Interest rate now 40% a year. Will be business men na yedi abangini na. Na banks na gini na. They say what we need now and nya wo mun talk petty talk on bekono. Dey mu hinya Yakobo dey amomo wie. Mun concentrate na mun nya adwuma. Then Yakobo mun faso mun shiro man ni na. That's what I'll tell them.
Thank you. My memra honorable Kojo Banahene. Bediako na yɛhwɛ the recollation ho nsɛm and this for the Krataba Bonting say
General Secretary na atwotro na dwuma no na nkyerɛ ne bebire ho atwora okay kan ho ba bi training ko no ekosie because say electoral commission ya na declare company dada se ba wi ni aba no buamfu eni Ghana ha na ngofo de ma intimi medical aba na ye bebo me pyramid ye shami kutupa se ma anya ye bebo me na makwa yede amo me nkan kro mai
eyanom kotu Techiman South in 2020 say omo raise similar concerns say my isi ka say ontiasia court
eden dey see
adena we dey anko court
no den dey see we constituency no na yisi nkrofo no mo na Techiman that time kwa no anyane so jane o declare we wan nyan ko wuku no asoja for the born ho ban enti nanu ke eku obi a na ade achi a magimi enti sabi o sabi na makwa ko gina se me de me kwa kan se na mepe aye ho na police fo yi amanfo bonkrofo police fo gina ho mo hwe the videos are there. You see, so when NDC car assembly are not me, we are messing video number when just oboa. So one pop person there, man.
Anyway, I would say, marine trouble.
It's in a one person there, man. What we know we are working. Intermediate few say the pound one day back up. I know more coins, no. A constituency, no. The same none they call parliament here. I must say, yede toto nyama asema besi dada then to say parliament me nwie ne omo pay. What you say? Ye won your constituency natural krata, wo no to aba no. E de akosa aba na wi ni ye ne say na tie. Ye nkohwe nfoforo. Enti amra o constituency no. Nti the court to show there. E Ghana parliament no kwa court to say speaker o ka say masa o mranko. And yes you say mranko. Ye twen. Enti constitution no e ma kwan e na timamufo a mo fom ho you see about retro Ghana yenya 100% o having kro nyankopon hu so obonsam yenya 33.3 wa ma na ntena ho Hong Kong democracy ni ho the democracy ndi nipa ba ko pe etiminya na parliament no okwa kwagina ma munyina upenu umpenu che to abai se mampani e ba ko pe ye so 7 January pa yenya president e ba ko pe ubi a woye bibia ma netia akonya kase a mampani ti so no ye no bisi no ye mpene sa otiase enti no Ghana mamra na makwai na yesidi akoye adwuma na we kura no hwe ye de mo kura yesen otiase mini ese me dwine ho ma mampani dada obedi president se na mani edoso na mani edoso kura be faso adokuno so bete ekwankura be faso $1 so bete ekwankura be faso a teacher fo nkoda yom go akire yi a ye be fo madwuma ekwankura be faso a nurse fo nkoda yi ekwankura be faso agenda 111 wo be wie ekwan bi o mo hyase o mo ntimi enwie ekwankura be faso na be wie fisi ne ha se wo betwam wo se be wo ho utwam wa amane wa twam wa amane o ti hase ekwankura be faso ankokon kitinkiti be ba ekwankura enwan kitinkiti be ba be wo ekwankura ye be man abobo ya man koda yi ye huge. Yɛde nyinaa kɔ aka mpipifoɔ ho koraa sɛ ɔmsua mekyerɛ sɛ deɛ ntia ne sɛ ɔhaw me kɔ aka mɛka sɛ momfama wɔ mu o ɔsɛ tunyam kɛsɛ aboa ma adeɛ na wani nna wo nsa som sɛ kekau. You have to hold it very well. Timi de mefiri sɛ saa tutu asɛm ɛtɔ da a ayɛ ne de atwerɛ krataa tententen yɛho krataa no bebree ebi a na si yisi inkamra yɛkɔyɛ yi nsɛm a onyina mo kan nyina ne bebree nim na wo Ghana ya saa nneɛma no nyinaa wɔ hɔ na woyɛ saa nso a obi a wo potential to become president and abetumi lead party na go the next level no ebeduru baabi ne nkurɔfo eyi wo records no abɔ kyerɛ wo sɛ na no bia na yeye a na ɔmo bɔ nkurɔfo bi deɛ ɛde kyerɛ nti amanfo bufu mbɔ timi de message general secretary aba no owini awie asodwo kɛseɛ paa ne da president so yɛmfa kwan bi a mɛtumi afa so a ɛma Ghana for ɔmo to aba ne ma mo ɛma ɔmo tumi wini ɔmo tena fie die bufuo protest vote yɛnkɔto mamo because yɛkɔto aba police station aba obi tumi fie dako baba bedru fie ade bɛkye no wɔyɛ 1000 yɛ dakuro ana dwono waje haje ni nyina wasi twam abi before yɛtimi twam ne mo obi a party ni bi ato aba ni bi yɛde saa bufo ni ya because yɛnam obi kasa na no yɛ sɛ ne ɔmo kɔ yɛ mpi no obi kɔgi ekonya sɛ mba na obi store no na me so de na me de mama kɔtɔ yɛyɛ nkɔda a yɛto aba sɛ sɛ yɛto aba 92 96 me kasa 96 ne mo level 100 Legon it's level 100 level 200 the level na kɔ yɛ yɛn ne ha ka trɔtrɔ ne nya kama yɛn ne ha ka o doses yɛ bɛ kɔ yɛ campaign yɛ makwan ya yɛn sika ne di wura nkron kitinkitim kɔ yɛ campaign ɛnɛ de wokɔto aba no obi fa ka akora ba ayɛ so woman bibi yes obegyina hɔ saa we need to change from that no ɛmmoa maa no ɛmmoa maa no nti wobɛka sɛ politician no sɛ bi ɔyɛ corrupt because it drew high so as animal no man no society no and it is animal no hyɛ nkurɔfoɔ tirim ɛyɛ ma yɛakɔyɛ sɛ woadwene mpa na wonimdeɛ na woyɛ adwumaden na wo level of creativity wɔ soro a nkɔ politics mu koraa ɛfi sɛ wowuram pa a obi afi sɛ ɔbɛbɔ korɔ no in fact so wowuram wadi mfie nan na yɛhunu sɛ wasi dan bi te ka kakraka huhuhu bia mu pa a yɛsɛ akɔa na ɛkɔsea we need to change from that. If you say man chichire e de adwene pa eni nimdie papa eni adwumaden eni se wo dwene mobrofo ho na de chichire man ntimi de mesere se ade a asi me NDC menye bia ntra na me ne mampani dada nyame adawro ma position aba bedim na me ka se yakukuduro na abekọ ba akwa wote akonya so a olusu tini o no sa akose kan one olusu no ampaba Asa ko 10 one.
Ya mi asho
na silver platter. Ghana fo ankoto aba no. Aboa. Nti sa akonya ye wenye. Ya konya That's one redeem we image. Me can say in quote. If you say see that's will be ko. No sa ba. You need to create something. Mabunu ne mabawa, mante ne mabawa e be hunu say abrabo mu kura no. So what the BBC when you now call anymore, you can get it. Now why you be I'm a Ghana for who say and send be an anum go for BTT. Senet is accurate and nipper. All right. The mestre, or more TSC council, our more ye. You're 2 years in Ghana for you now to a banana when you pan. Here's your vote. Go and check on mom register. Our more uncle. And Tiama, that slim margin, a war honums. All right. Tienjai. Na we nipa baako obekomando we didi we fie we adam funi
when we akura ni
ma politics no eye ba mba na mako.
But that's honorable. Thank you very much. UK, Ashford and Michael was a good evening, Kyori. Please, I wanted to know whether there was video evidence showing that at these polling stations, as the EC is saying, it was declared under duress, right? Yehunu bisa de bi wo honum ba yehunu ni nyina yehunu bisa. Good evening, host. I will do Idrisu from Yeji. Point of correction. What happened at the Chikma South is clearly different because the result had not been gazetted. Let's educate the public with the right information. The NDC guy Oh, Obi Odi Abano frustrated. Anyway, Oto Echampong, essay, it's not talking, please be mindful of your language. I won't read that one for a specific reason. Anyway, good evening, Mr. Host. MPP lost massively as a result of Nanado and Baumia's selfish and wickedness. 2. Sometimes when MPP communicators get the opportunity to speak to good Ghanaians, as if we are their children, especially a man called, I won't mention names here, they sometimes behave as if he owes the good people of Ghana. 3. If Mahama wants to rule Ghana well and prosecute the so-called MPP corruption scandalous men, he should forget about her wife, his wife, chief's friends in MPP, and also allow the institution to work independently and efficiently under his watch. Nana Fin Ewo Kaswa and Oduwe Abrain. Please tell the NDC man that when results are gazetted, we don't do recollation. Achuta Sehi Debiso and Oduwe Abrain. The NDC man should get his facts well before he comes on air. How can EC send herself to court? I don't blame him. I blame Nanado. Free of Aye Asafu and Oduwe Abrain. Can you tell the NDC man that there are laws in the country? He should stop this empty threat and give us a break. From Albert to Pankrono Abed and Oduwe Abrain. From Ofajo Ewo Datano or say in the Esunafo South. The NDC should focus on their governance rather than being doing buga buga. Okay, then this man is throwing dust into people's eyes, so they cannot do anything because EBC is not perfect. Then why did Mahama accept a verdict from Jonas Krensel or Goso and Oduwe Abrain? Honorable Kwesi J. Mensah of Esichiwa near Fijasi Ashanti, I want to tell the NDC as a party that what they are doing today will surely chase them tomorrow. Now NDC is becoming the ruling party that we need now. What we need now is development. Okay, and also Edian. Good evening. Politicians will never learn. Look at the way my mentor is speaking, the same way NPP did. NDC power corrupt. Kwachi Edward Nassau or Atunsu Agogo and Oduwe Abrain. Mr. Ho, tell NDC man and Alan Chamating on my heading. Man, that is a court who makes the ruling for EC to recount the election. So why are they blaming the EC? NDC give us a break to 2 hour Konongo and Oduwe Abrain. Can you remind NDC man that they also went to court for injunction, but court ruled against them. So what is he talking about? Fred Ken University Campus. KOD, I blame Interior Minister, National Security Minister, and Defense Minister because how can they accept the proposal of NDC not to deploy military and also police are not used gun? Look at what is happening in this country. Why? Kwame Bedu and Ebusa. Okay. Can they tell the NDC man we won't accept any excuse because they know was economic crisis and John Mahama said he's coming to solve it for us, including Galamsey issues and unemployment in the country. Prince Nkransa and Oduwe Abrain. Mr. Host, you see, we always told people in this country that John Mahama and NDC are sponsoring Alan Chamati. Now listen to what Mr. Amwa is saying. We live to see from Sewa Sunyane and Oduwe Abrain. Good evening, Keodi. Please, MPP should take this election as a lesson and they have to beg COP Alex Mensah because he told them much about IGP concerning the way he's handling police administration from Edu Kofi Ejuso and Oduwe so Abrain and Enyumrei. Now, we as kindly ask the one making allegations, which allegations are they? Of the 1.5 million given to every constituency, that how much did they also pay from Ono? Anyway, a decision that is purely based on numbers, yet we can finalize it well. How did people pass the exams? Electoral Commission be consistent from Sir Kabis, the BSC, and all the way about. Okay, and also when MBB was commissioning interchanges in Accra, they were commissioning bridges in Kumasi. What a pity. One for Udin and greetings to you all. Prince Charles, Mr. You don't know NDC people, party people. destroyers, please. Minto question, message and I say, so let me leave it there. I say, when was okay? I don't know. Lawyer, thank you. I thank you too. And also EDB Abba from Amakwata at Asokore TI Amas GHS. Factors that caused the downfall of MPP betting tax. The NDC showcased beautifully designed and decorated billboards adorned with vibrant colors along with stylish t-shirts to complement their display. Decision to withhold promotion opportunities for teachers. Decision to withhold employment opportunity for school leavers and nurses. We not say Emma MPP for Elusia. Good evening, sir. Please, I want to tell Honorable Banahene that we don't teach old dogs new tricks. Mahama is not new in this seat. On this seat, he was able to solve Dumso and done numerous projects. Dumso project on you. We see on a survey, on a survey. Let's see what happens there. Good evening, host. Why is the old NDC always speaking with harsh words as if Ghana belongs to them? Upon Kojo, Grand Bassam, Cote d'Ivoire, and Odewe. Good evening. I'm watching you live from Techiman. Please tell the NDC guy he must talk well because we voted massively for Honorable Ejay Mensah. Okay. And also Edia Ode Aban. But we and Bako for Manebo. Your name said the team. Baba Hama Ewo Obuase. I say the real collation of some parliamentary results have exposed the NDC. Prese and also anyway, and also and right. Me got the second round. Now afi yen second round. No second round still I'll start with lawyer.
1 minute. Answer now bit my file. I call court for with regards to election petition. It takes 21 days after the results have been gazetted. And also internal process must be exhausted. Internal process been recollection.
And to just some recollection.
Yes, until Okona and 1 year, that's gazetted after 21 days now.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Right. Now, Mr. Senfrey hope you now for Team Oral. Operation Recover All the Loots. And they, the former president, president-elect, a true num edi omo esomo preparatory team ya omo ebwa na omo gather the information needed na amanfo a omo de dream titru ewo MPP abamu yemfom ko gina emranim na yeni omo ne. But people are asking and questioning the constitutionality, the legal framework of the oral team no omo mandate cry saying e dey important number ye war a number of bodies who are supposed to take care of that. Again, at this particular moment, Onya assume office as the president. Let's look at all these dynamics. Na Yenshe Honsam.
Okay, KOD. I'm saying President-elect, former President Mahama, I'm so proactive in the fight against corruption.
Okay.
And then I be a young swanny in Krawaii, among for I told the Ora, Operation Recover All Loots. I think being proactive is very good, but in this instance, I think what is the mandate of that Ora?
Yes, among gather information.
Okay. In Ghana, we have several state agencies. Yoku, Nansakra, and people for the body. OSP have account.
NIB or CID for
Bebre. And I don't think Alcofa will be a constitution in my own kind. Say, what are they going to do? Is it a fact? And
then let me remind you, sir, they are operating on free bono. Friends saying pro bono. Pro bono. Pro bono.
Pro bono. It's supposed to be a must because constitution in my own kind could be sir.
Okay.
Because every board be a bear on my movie a constitution in my own kind yes I did. Until if I pay you and the president can say that's also bad there. Until for man is can conquer at the end. A president could share Canadian ambassador. So I said, I catch and so, and yet, could be a president Lancasa, president elect Lancasa Numasam, and you could be a but they are fact finding them, they are going to get that information. Say, be out among them on the hotline, be a bar. I'll be my friend, who depend on friends.
And they also mean information, be blue. National Service for the Aqua Cotum, host of others, so Omen. And before Munina ye,
I said, whistle blowing at the almost in the Paco information by Bacano. hotline na mo de aba no we identify will be concealed be an hunipa say as much as of benten Rebecca same way and I think say fact finding there then there's no way say the man is get you moka and say na Rebecca say pro bono no I don't think say can bet maka and for bia
all right
but I think say almost ask question how kakra after I'm about find information I want say we the car now we car now say we this car now say but looking at their posture it's like say didn't nam we is Martin Pebu befa Cecilia Rapa na we afa we na I mean
and I'm for na conjecture
and so now say if that's anything to go by right then I think say if they are coming to find facts and give to the appropriate institution to work on then fine but say looking at the push and I say witch hunting victimization bees and no then we should
President let's say witch hunting and victimization
any waka but some say
looking at
any waka but the actions actions saying their words actions no because I said the nipa actions why so be a car Ghana in corruption affect you be so why not the laws in this country must be Ghana country of fantastic laws be being who Ghana in home and so be I say didn't pan court names and the fact I'm often after gathering all the facts it's almost a tell you but look at the posture outside it's like guilty
they have scored to settle somebody.
I said, guilty until proving innocent. Proving I'm Sintiase. As a good one for me. You are guilty until you go and prove yourself so you're innocent. You understand?
Okay.
And you know, Munye or Mojuman said the Umpers or Moye. Because any empire Kabia Roman there, then fine. That is where I was going to look at.
No, why are the parliament rising without the appropriation bill? So they are trust some of it.
Okay. And say omba somba be omajuma say adwuma na omba be say be bo man na wana be ka some money because Ghana hienska o no ma eze o mampani ye na senior kan hospitals ajana say o be complete e ba sheshe e bo bebre nkuku omba free the fana baby am go fa bokina de no enkonfere kwa be kan nobody knows what I say and the even ni na mo kwa mfaso nyeska baby dey be say adwuma ni nyina what I say nti omo nsan kofa omo nsan koma sa ku no oru afford mo mfa meye omo adwuma abra adwuma no oman ma mo kwa then I think that is a step in the right direction
all right
and I friends say
parliament rising without
parliament rising in ubisamia me hu say ne fare by free ya speaker honorable Abam Bagbin me kasa if he say MPs be who koba and no cast declare some seats be vacant which is not is for him to declare and the confer say NDC for no so far sa akonya no so yanko parliament na dingina na koti aban no in some way because that's government business was stifled e ba na koti omunti I don't know whether it's payback time or whatever and before so say yes so yanko declare say be next 3 months
I say ye Ghana for no mo high
yes how na meba nti ba sa so a say dey be assume no ko a asase no ene bre nti do ba bia ana too much politics no e say the too ba bi na say jitum say dey na the boa o mine there and they be anya say the boa o mine no because politics is bad there mpa no mo di Ghana anim no omo no ma mi o NPP and this for more you mo ko parliament obia ni mu a e kom de no omo na obia siki no honda da
we see generalization
transform me view no bo
obia no kom de omo yeta Oma me ni baby mu de omo yere no omo girlfriends call holidays na that ye ni nyina ba ma team metra mbo ba manfo de your videos ne ba hu sometimes you wish you are even them but you are not them so you have to
be where you are
yes. And to say the important make them no
your friends rising of the speaker there no
say yeah ebeboa o man Ghana na sometimes no over politicization of issues in Ghana no and why ye na tin pon say ye o man ni o man ye ni say e kwa be say be o man ni so what I say yes let's put Ghana first if I can say that let's put Ghana first now obi a person score political points the least opportunity to be able to person score political points and so why because score how the day o score political points na o the day so that say o the ba be boa o man no na the all year no ye so obi so ye bitiawa e be o de because o huma yanko parliament yen start for government business na nkunti aba na ento aba na win okay aye ye da to aba ya win now the outgoing government also small leeway also bit my pay back. Is it time for payback? Is it necessary? No. Is it going to inure to the benefit of the ordinary Ghanaian? That's why we have to look at for politicization of issues, because parliament and Yajuma or man be bianco so because loans Ghana loans and the Bibia or one almost sign and crata. A lot of government business are done in parliament. And to say yeah, say it's an parliament and then speaker used to do to me but too quiet when we saw about mini budget. In the next 3 months the entire government work a scar. Why not? And never affected outgoing, never affected incoming. Who will lose? Say, in 3 months, a government workers in 2 back for 3 months. Next 2025 now. Who will lose? And no more winning no more see a bion. Say about small money there. Yen means I know my 1 year, Sano money, any Sano money for not politics. And you say, oh, you're from Bakumadi. Nay, I am your name for more man. Because I don't know, party being about Shabas and Ban, but Chigana for Com, maybe Kungana from BC. I Ghana for better man. What does it?
Thank you very much. Frank, Mamma Hona Fienre, Yakatuna Boom, or on a parliament.
I don't want people to cry.
Or China, are they, Frank?
Comment to be a pastor and confirm be a code so I don't know whether he has the full facts.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
I need to make us a game so people make a grant. That is on the lighter note. That is on the lighter note. Minya KOD. Say yet oral team no say omo and investigate and that's omo fact finding numerous SEC or my in the couple of years ago NPP administration and in due time, she take you over to me prosecute 2 people. Yeah, I don't think it's a step in the wrong direction. It's a step in the right direction. You're my way. You who say, Tiwa Dankwa, whatever, now, say, or you could be one. Or the catcher and say, and Koran 3, Mabawa me and some more or Takra than you who and finally, Denny who ye, and Korana young who woman so young and friend of you. Rather, you're not question baby, must say, or some quite there. So I say, these are the inefficiencies. What system nimu no ntino ye pese ye nya clear evidence e wo enuma esisi ye ye de court na ye wo evidence ye kwa say ni see ye no ntino e wo se nipa ne prosecute no odi bi mu a onko ne baabi odi fo a aban anyi ne sika mfiri ne ho ana se yemfa no ntwere aban kokom na onye dwumade ne eto so bio ye maame abenada pa asem ye kodi hiraje fo we nkomra ye ne sika ma no Ghana ha ye monso $1 yen $5 na bonso a sabi obi nua bema wu a obetuma ka se sika egudi dem worth over $1 million no e nipa ne nua bema ensampo de e nego ne dem so what I say yen $1 and Ghana you need dollars
I'm for dollar account for Ghana.
Yes, of course, but then yen $1 into reason on my say ni nua bema bia ye enso abode e na de begu ni dem no it's neither it's a non-starter. Yes, it's a non-starter. Okay. So what I say eno na nche ye nua be ma OSP ageni mboatin one ageni mboatin be MPP or so hobby ye freezing account at the end of the day you go who say account no your own freeze account or go is can free. So these are the lapses in these bodies and mean your way can say your several bodies and ke betumi aiden ahwe ma achiche sa na say ye disika according to
afamu de any framework bia nti mo ye nya na kokora say bodies ya na behwe ho asamaka
when we duly take over na say you prosecute we have our evidence, we have our facts, and when we go there we are going to present our facts
and evidence.
So
and the facts no lie
at all.
Okay.
Na fi no nipa na so kwatwira banku kuma no akwatwirim no de sika no man ne de bo man ho bra ne de bo man ho bra enti ora na aba no sabi anya witch hunting. So they say if you begin to be a witch I na be hunting so when you witch dey na tina ba bi so sika do wafo mafa o man sika no wafo mafa fa sika mayen ne fa mo man ho bra
no
period ye no obi ani sem ka tintin bia so ho na ye nya obi aso nya obi atamfo ye nyina o man ba ko ne yatim e Ghana omanyo ni nyina yete minu lo yate ase yin minu ano no yewie ne ye fa kire ho ya fa kire ho so what ya se fufu bi ho ani nyina agodi bi but so fom fo aban sika na semra ne to chene dia emra no ne bedi as simple as that enti ko no ayi abanum ko na yate no sabi enye obi hu nti ne yate ko no ya modin say nipa so nti ene yate sa ko no na mmomudi mo ho say emre mfie nwotwe etwa mu no sabi aban sika bia fom abedi wo ho na say e wo say wo de man na mfa ma ye dia ene emra ne bedi wachi Enye nipa na be do che
yate change of government and this anima way, but most of the time na
President Kofoba Victor Salome watch Kwame Peprato mu ya papa chachuchikata ekode mu ya bo no so bo abodapi anso kode mu enti no we abai no sabe ye me san obia ye ni san obia eye
Ghana sika no mo ni die okay
because sika bosia afa aban we nsem no enya ho dwuma no waye no ena ya tete bi okukuru $58 million good dollars American dollars ekosi National Cathedral ene cathedral na wahin adani amana na da ho enti obi biara se sika ne bia kodi no ho bia no fa man ni sika ma no na ye mfa mo ma no ho bra as simple as that ye do obi ani asem ye Kwalugu dam ewo north ye mampani be di akire begina media so ka kire se o makoye dam no period na ma bibia to atwa ene okọ ho blog kra bi na ho enti ba bia sika no fa ye bia de be di akire ne ehu ba bia fa ye eno na nchan sky train Euro vice president ka kire so ba me sky train omanya even land train kra bi nim ubo sky train ewo hen na de na odi begu wie mu na sabi sky train be fa so do ye hu ya fa ye ne kura hu na ye enti sika ni na ye de ni be di akire
ora no will go back to transcend to other era na
MPP administration 8 years over the last 8 years administration no sika bosia musaka ye
tax contra 8 years no
say ye time no say ye fonfa ya enka mo ba ye enka mo be chi atom ana meboa mo de buga pele kotom say bi oye di dwuma de bi hye ne nsa wo no fo so onko ye hatchery betimi hatch confirm wantumi anya enti no sabi say o de ye friend say o serve the term enti mo de mo ba ye no sika abedi mu nsam no mo ho akonta nkire yen say maslo ko so man yi on so man 10 years o sabi o abonone oba be serve the term eno ntino over the last 8 years sika abedi mu nsam no dwuma dia mudidi ye no mo nkire yen so ho ye papa napo ye Ameri power any car power ye were John Dramani Mahama de sa generators power generators if we take here ba no e cost ye $5 good million or the free takra de e ba kuma se anwoma so ha se e cost $35 million obechirem e kwankra sa power generators na e free takra de ba agoma so ha cost $35 million no ni na ba no obechirem
electricity company of Ghana aba bechirem
una ya so ya
and still mu hian chire
una wo ya so afo na wo da no etuba bechirem e kwankra sa ha ne ha ya enu e friend say
kitwe ye
cost $35 million good dollars no wo ba bechirem wo bu ho akonta ofa ho dia free obubo wo so dia na wadi as simple as ABC me de wie no ma men ko ye MP for sabi o mo so mo approve the appropriation bill no ya ewi aso ho so obofo so onim so obofo abotiri a nko hohu ye yewura afanyema kense ne sam bi ho no ya no ya na sabi I don't know say youthful exuberance or say one exuberance I don't even understand him sabi mo reporto honorable worry enka modi ahobrase ebe
about
what I say yes no I'm not mocking him honorable I'm not mocking him what I'm saying is that truth are you youthful as on youth 40 years on youth
I mean too Frank
youth on youth ana
I mean too
yeah we John Dramani Mahama when he was even 50 something years he called himself youth and more what me so what I say be friend youth for 10 years no kra na meka no me so be 40 years ye nyina youth so what I say enu nti no obofo nim so obohu abotira obawe abotira nko hu ye yeah the omo ye ya omo so omo what the call approve appropriation bill or whatever no yeah yenhwe bibiye mo de friend say 46 foreign companies say yemo tax rebate na wonim de anu no mo ba be oman adesoa aban foforo a wo ba ban mu no afa no wo ba be na mamu ase no wo de tax rebate of 46 good foreign companies eba say yemfa mo to nke beji wo no yemfa nche wo eno yesi yanyanti no eno so wo so approve okay
ada na akire ho no manye sa approve an senka wenyina ma o se akoye atwema mentwen akoye parliament ye konne ye kota majority side ye we no se sane manye fo no ye aka asasam na senka wenyina ma ezi bebre amanka mane ama
yeah say approve those bills and I say tax rebate near farmer foreign companies in because we are intending to scrap some of these taxes now. Sabi, in revenues like
why you call draconian taxes?
Yes, COVID tax. You best scrap it. You best scrap it. E-levy. Sorry, emission tax. You be and a betting tax. You be call. In place of those taxes, you know, yeah, sign and fast out.
Rebate away in time find chow.
And find kocha wa mo na hefa ni benye skadi abo man ho bra.
Okay.
Wada roma. Eno ntino mo holding on. Yenim say ya MP for bi na kwahye those foreign companies na che e ba beji tax rebate di aba wo mo no mo fachira kwajo mo tefa enya adwuma. So what you say? Eno ntino na yesi approve. Nti eno ntino na mo so mo say eno nti mo approve appropriation bill now. Okay, you know my name 7 January mo be hand over. Mo hand over we ya take you over. Kwankra ya dwene Ghana for ho ntino ye be yan hyehyɛ pa road tolls ye be san de aba sika kakra de be ma ye no ye nyina no any taxes e wo man internal revenue for taxes o mo gege wo man we dum no any ya ada agudie minerals ye exporting revenue so ye nya kakra no ye be bo man no ho bra ye be ma no kore adadi e wo Ghana mamu onim say de be ya sabi the average Ghanaian e be hunu sampa say na nema na ye den esiko ye nya kataso mumu aso adeni ya tana ya meka say 15 ya nkoje COVID revenue e ma ha mechema party chairman for ni na ya meka nchiro mo say as a result of COVID 19 o man na ko hiam ya metwa san kotopo ne fanchire Ghana for ya de no kre any your friend say no kredie any pepepe yo eba bebu ma wi ama Ghana ni bia na nya hutoso say sebe say taxes kra na ya je na taxes ne de bedi dwuma wi de bedi dwuma ba ko mienu miensa enti no betu tax ne de amaye ye nkohye mpunkrofo bi achi amaje taxes no mampanimfo kakra bi amaje say sika nkodi. We are not running an aristocratic governance. Few people be na enjoy a democracy. I was setting my money be anya so oman so mfaso eno ene ye kire people for ne say de o ma ya twam no entwam nko de mo na di aka no ye bebo ho ban be da say.
Thank you very much. Honorable Kwajo Banahene bedi akoma mra ho ansa maba eye Mr. Amuaho na ono no di yen ewie. Honorable
Yo Ghana hana tema port to be ton for
35 years.
35 years.
20 years, 15 years, 35.
Me pacho Jan man nkasa msoro.
For I feel we only accord 10% of our no friends and tax no adequate group 700 million. It is a man for a year now. You have a Bob Brand, your boy, a Mary, a quad the bitiaka. Netono times 2 at the international market. But I'm saying, I want us to talk about a new idea.
Yeah.
Na yenya ni etwemo ye beto aba dia tro dim futrugu mafuadim ni koyenim entino me ekuya se mampani da atie
Me nam say a lot what you
me say atiku
wouldn't say ati
Ghana mamura no makwai di utu ya me pese madwudwu na koma amane utu what be tiku fufuro bia but the ye bone some say fact finding some find if facts about Nima BSC because institution of honey in Anya Papa. Institution of honey papa. And me one sushi we no more yajuma from the digo you. My appointment to buy Ruba or science sushi. If you could have honor my montana, my point home. Na so Petwaba. Na do that time mama promises be. Sometimes people want to do things for followers who say Jumano, your cockroach.
To satisfying the supporters.
Indigenous rubber beer, any pan of Ranoa or pan of Baba. Any pay or mouth for me. One away.
Could you to black on a chain?
Oma Buffo. Oma Buffo.
Omi nipa.
You be saying you two. Yen almost a baby. I tell you, Robbie 7 to your bito.
Or nipa.
Me and Hagene say, yes, Utrim fire broken away. It is will be quiet, Juma. No, ye Jumano French the documentation she okay. Near for call. No, you we were not there, but we were not there, but we were not there. Neddy in Abana say, okay, why do you have to worry yourself? And Hagin be but me feel say, made a message 24. Any pan to a moment also power gun how. The pan to Amaomo, which you bear 1/3 of the votes. Now you can't take Ghanaians for granted. can take Ghanaians for granted. 2 million say to them, Cassia Dauroma, a bedi man penny that answer. We will board the money because Bakum Yumi and San Otimia we need it. Very formidable. Omon, yes, sir. I mean, the annals of the country, no, and some come say, we're starting by before the sea. And you plan to amend this vote also. To a moment now. Parliament, dear, in a brody can buy no day more, buy. Speaker, it is on by approve you to me. I require could deal with your rebels. No, I would you to why by the other one die will be bounce with my walk, murder than why. There's a new way in an. A buffer, me and Buban and Bubiato, when you saw a barrier to a tear and go away. Then so Henry Beman's windy. Well, so I'm saying grass and crumb as one prove it. Tell grass, my penny that's what Bob became. It was more bossy and approvia, and yan man. Oh, bossy, wow.
Okay. So no ban you became to wait about
no more what your mamma did that. He levy when he now so move Buama make your man and wabba. Never so bad with your no more Buama your mother. My auntie, be in the face of two evil. You always have to pick the lesser evil. See, as a company is be ba. Now we hear Juma A be a bit in the ba. As again the taxes you will gain. And as a company in you need be. See, you be a boy in other ways here. For me, I will go for the company no ever be established so ha. Nyaman rebate. As again say, or by near Belgian tax no.
There's accusations say muna musheche more percentage in asofo na musheche na mbesa mkokoje.
Oh, dear. And quite a second my yard. So much me lobby the company say. Why do people have to look at the negative as against the positive? Company ni buy them for so ne de babrema Bruno and the Ghana mine. When you say 250 million be an hour, Neka Quine Cajon, my fork, a Mranti and Baba were you my cajon. And no cajon, Nabambabbing. Yes, me 2 months a dear Munya majority, way a majority, yeah, and as a last minute. Says Cano, a month to me on Puvian Vanya no my somebody. Then they be and this is for train, number the bad, the Manimuya. Missy Bio, minimum. And they have that down.
Okay.
And the crew will say, Ghana be Ghana Ekase. I should do a part and this voice will. And you pay tomorrow money 1/3 of the population. So more money and all. No, the Ghana food they grow. Ghana for who? Ghana for who? Enti edu ho no ma wonya tumi no a ne amanfo a approve no mo majority no ho absolute majority ne amanfo a approve no o ba se mo approve na mo da ye adwuma pesa mo da adwuma if you say cuz I never was in kenu kwan sen kesi it have been done somewhere October.
You can do sabre kura
kenu kwan se duru ha and here my parliament and there must be a indefinite mo odin bia nam de friend
Senadine.
Look what I'm in TV. Ghana's new message. And your message was hang parliament near the idea. Now, Wabamu, now opposition member, and the speaker of parliament. Opposition member, now member of parliament, do because to me, president, no, it will be as a man. And your message Ghana within the past 4 years. And the minister say, young found BBO. Among for my to me and say, and near Timudemo. Any pan twaba, amen this no. Only 2/3 of the population. 2/3. Nobody should take Ghanaians for granted. Tim them feel say 2 million number be do munsem. 7th January, twaba no more, and new my so much na de boa Ghana. Omo nye if you zo to na manfo hunu a de cha no pa ye hunu fam sa bredi ye nyi say Ghana for na ntro ne ade ni say ye ni nyina ne enko ye nim if you say omo anto aba no 2/3 of the population
Ubo mo nkai
na anto aba
Ubo mo nkai
me kai nyina se ne na no na manfo ye ya if you ngotwe yɛ ti fie a nim sɛ amanfo bɛkɔ akɔto kɔ obi ka kyerɛ sɛ mentɔ metɔn obi tumi ka kyerɛ sɛ metɔn me vote na ɔhwɛ w'anim sɛ o for the first time in my constituency abatoɔ no yɛansa line o wei kɔ a na ɔkɔto baako na ɔkɔ fie na obi da dua bi ase na ɔkɔpa ne kyɛw wobɛka mo asɛm nyinaa wa ansena baako asɔre akɔ akɔtɔ mfie 9 ubu w'ani a kyɛ na ɔde wobakɔ level 100 ubu w'ani a na ɔgraduate. They shouldn't tempt Ghanaians. Where dear, Omoa na aye. October and yes, I approve your day. Sano Koranam Fisa Monia Noa. Can't come to match. What says ye be free near ye be? Bamsin in yet. Meeting so young one I meeting. We are meeting you, send a young crop will be at to our mobi cocotuma speaker. Sana must we meet you here. The only time we are meeting. Always better to. Ya nwere Ghana ho. Ya koye nim no. Ya nwere Ghana ho. E ba se ya nkyire ma omo ba no. E na me fi se mpanifo ntutu ye ho ye fofo. Na ye hunu se Ghana no. Ye oso wo kwa akwachi obi kura no na ya damfo. Asem ya ubetra bontin na ba se no aka nsa. Woni ne ya damfo se kura ka kra bedin botu woni ne di ye. Ye mo me we si Ghana fo sika nsusu ho. Men nsusu no nya adwuma. Wo pese bia ne oda ho no, oda nsusu ne no bia wo mpe no. Na adwuma no ntimi nye niye na mamra e ma kwan se sesa no fa ne obetima ye adwuma no bra ye bibi saa na nkoya de ya nkoduru baabi anfa biduru baabi no na papa also ye na ho akoye hi ho ye Ghana for here sometimes they will not comment on it,
they'll keep quiet and show you where the power lies.
Say I knew my boss was some mba be na mo sase enwere ho sase ne mo ko chichi ni kokopeni nyina no bibia ni ho mo kwako hu.
All right,
and your second order. They should look for what and how they're going to do it. They do a quantity in your business, but the Baba can one. They are Baba can. My Obia and I say, and I will make a chin of the Onusi of the baby mine. And I can one manka, yeah. And then I'll watch it. The baby mine, you should have come. For coin our Bakako, no 3 years. They say, be an o'clock 1 year who told 9 years, 100 years. I can't say the one sky train near that. Scammon will be the call home. At the end of Kusi, because sometimes you budget for a thing, so your resources now, you can't do it. But 2 foot so Ghana for any funny public home. Not a month for a jet. Intimidate Kakra Mecano. I say cathedral near home when you know. Ombako Humor was a Dakatu who knew. Because no man they might have done things the way it's supposed to have been done. And yeah, no, Busiano na de Baba teacher mine. Copesica, Conclave first over raise revenue. That you may way baby, one teacher for a car, woman number no soro, one tia nurse for a car, numbers no soro. Home a human wine yet first manta.
Thank you very much. Remember, Mr. Amahona Femintion also and Sana Yabarap up. Yes.
You say, yeah, any on my cake, you know, a yin I have been on my now. Now, sir, Ura. I do a quam a say. Omo everything I abuan say it be biomonium how to do proper investigation.
Okay.
And from there on after elections, after inaugurations, so they had an authority. They have the 2 tests there. Every boy mama I change certain constitutional we are build a very solid be a corruption sacra. Wait me pursue corrupt practices of course will my receive. So because so to have a corruptions are what prosecutorial authority a boy ama on what my because in a situation where you do all the investigation, if you are there come out to the general. So when you're interested there over baton J. So now my dear my na there's a nipano or no yet investigation in our and so in your power no to prosecute. So be obey or no be obey
autonomous on order.
Yes, what then? So, and these things will come when the some of the constitutional provisions in the system. And be say you know your idea as we move here because Ghana but a idea in your power corruption. See it me to corruption I see about 50% grab by his card be bring over tournament meeting there. Say then here come say the KID, then I'm a cancer. For the international community, beating the BHA, providers who say we are not corrupt and we don't seem to be corrupt. If you want me a red zone meet matches can be a bit more common as a cow doors with fires. And so, Mufemiche, now some Shana will say, oh, by no, you shall see our own or fight corruption vigorously. Now, was one far whom she nipa mudanos, no ya almost so hotia. But I mean, so meet me to can be a charm, Harry. Let me, I think I maintain a value of our currency. The Omoya no dear me to me is perfect. Except say any strength be from the constitution. By in the next be 3 weeks. 3 weeks crying na ebia. Sadia no they be na almost santi. Ade Omoya ne. Nemo amasha say bibi says animal. Yes, a boy. Because there are so many things here. Ometima asisa party. Alan can be proposed be about the second chamber. So say second chamber no bar a bit may independent constitutional bodies. Say na yes a by president na you more honor. It is a second chamber no say ya build ya no so very independent on itself. And no more and some dey is ango for ya. Umamba yo modwuma. They are not doing at the pleasure of the president. You just bet me boy am money to akudedi. They have to look at all those things. And then when we come to second one Friday.
Second parliament, no.
Appropriation bill. You know, saying we just say who was supposed to bring in the appropriation bill?
The majority was supposed to lay the bill.
The lay bill. Now, finance minister and the human say.
So they prepare.
And that's what fine. Now who finance minister where you
President, yeah.
And he said president in can be in children or ma. Now the president can't just omra. Untimin can so oma. And if you have any a year, as he hold the president responsible, say at then na oma o minister no emma. President member. Because the next word he is with him getting pants and because when you now buy a year on it, man for bear reference to say, oh, buy a no, it drew maybe I pass it, baby, I didn't have the bit 3 hours scam. Wow, mamma, and yet, minister, only ever been through so, only ever been through so. Them just a year late, so be sure Mumaya or Mumia. Whatever it is, no, say, appropriation bill number pass. Now, it was going to be effective from January going. January, beginning of January, end of January. And it's a one fair moment pass now, and this is for the pass. Yeah. What a big slur on your name.
Okay.
Very big slur on your name. And this is for a pass. One pass, you're no grade to 7. But you are the first 2 of that 1 week. What imagine us are pass. Oh, my share, it be a payment. Be a 31st and be a payment in my first week in February. Granted to your car. I said, wow. It made a restaurant about when didn't papa or no. Because a dear fat nipa do any in our home. Womodian be dear, baby, you better crack. Now, Womodian be dear one dear. So also to train us here. I just say, one more nipan because woman the trouble about the do the BBC a dra as I say, also fear. Say obehwe so obeyama aye adwuma na ono sebi ne din kakra aka no ojamba esa dia esa na o say ne din so akonti me de me mesre no I don't have much to say.
All right. Eba na afe ya be rapo aba me kai messages nkakra na aba no na afe ya ba na ya be rapo apo hanom. Good evening, Mr. Host. The MPP will bounce back. One thing that let us down is money for jobs. Greetings to university mate. Okay, yada si odia ode abre ne anopewan fa odi amma die but wabre message inti yakenkan ama. Good evening, Mr. Host. The AC chairperson and President Akufo-Addo seem not to be interested in the peace of the nation, but I can assure them that the will of the people will definitely prevail from say yes, Bokrum. All right, say yes, yada si. The recollected results and later declaration for the MPP is politically motivated from Blankson Ejra. So, do your panelists mean what your point means because MPP NDC won, they should be cheated. Okay, so if the NDC won, that means they should be cheated. Okay, as I can know. David, Diadaso, tell the MPP man that they don't refuse votes, and not only MPP. So okay, those who do not vote are not only MPP supporters. That's what he wants to say. As the MPP rep said, my son is about to go to the university, so I'm waiting to enjoy the free first year. Dia Tepa. Ena Oduwe Abre Ene Enyumre. This is Hano Poku Dabain Kumasi. Please tell the NDC man enough is enough. We only have one Ghana. Okay, Hana Eda say. Also there Abre Kuya Sewa Ewa Krokare. So good evening, sir. Please, can you kindly explain what collation and recollation mean in Twi? Because I've realized there is a misconception about it, and some NDC people think the AC has made a mistake somewhere. Eka collation, a pink sheets na ababa no, ena yekika boom. Yeka recollation, not just say the amkika boom no, baby atochima, and almost sa kwa kika boom bio. Sana chere. Inti nyasi yako kind ballot no bio, and yes, sana chere. All right, please tell the NDC man to respect Ghanaians and stop the arrogant talk. Oh, yeah, sure, sir. Wakasa arrogantly. I doubt. Good evening. I'm Osman from Tepa. What AC and the MPP are doing, it will turn against them tomorrow. Okay. And also, Edian. Good evening. Figures from the recollation suggest that the initial collation wasn't complete. The recollected figures look far higher than the initial figures. Don't, Richardson. I'm gonna, Dini ya donta na. Okay, Ebiana typographical error. Good evening, host and your panelists. The MPP was misled by the NDC into focusing on their questionable tactics. If the Electoral Commission had been permitted to recount votes in several constituencies, the MPP could have secured more seats from Techiman. Also say from Techiman anyway. And also Mr. George Free Chefwa and so Edibi Abba Security. I want to know what the NDC will do if the Chief Justice, who will swear President-elect Dr. John Dramani Doctor, and decides not to swear him in based on their failure to respond to her summoning them to court. Oh, okay. Or someone mukoko say Chief Justice just once when in a DNBC. Lawyers know how be on my boy. Anyway, tell the NDC man in Techiman South in 2024, all the pink sheets were received, but in this instance, some pink sheets were not received. He's too rigid, even when your panelists laugh. He doesn't. Why? Oh, I know I think, sir, it is personal. We and enough from Suhum and I do have it. Mr. Host, please tell the NDC man to tell Mahama to complete the fisheries university for us, please, in the central region. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Host. My name is Frank from Akim Kede. Please tell Mahama and his 5-member committee to start their work from Dr. Puni's case first. Mahama is not president until 7th January. You should advise the NDC. Okay, let me put it there. I hope we have to change our voting to digitalization, and it will help us a lot because during the MPP primaries, we tried it and it worked very well. If you vote one, you can't vote again. If you try to vote, it can go. So I think digitalization will solve this problem. From your burger, Ewo Boise. And Oduwe Abren. Good evening, sir. Please let the MPP people know that we had voted them in and then voted them out for some reason. So they should not take Ghanaians for granted. Amantana from Wa Dobili and Oduwe Abren. And the MPP government promised NAPCO personnel permanent job during 2020 election through career pathway, but deceived them. Again, government was also owing them 9 good months. He promised them to pay the allowance after uploading their monthly payment timesheet on their portals during this year's campaigns, but he refused to honor his promises. This issue also caused a great defeat to the NPP government. Philip Macro and Oduwe Abrain. The rest, I'm not sure. I can read to the Bibani and Kaya. Just forgive. Yema Obia Simon Mienu. Now, on fire and wrap up. This time, Mami shall same free Mr. Moho.
Bako. Sada na Hanatete. No NDC communicator. No, sir, I'm better. We're lawyers is here. No, Panasempa. Mammy, your Casay pa. To maybe a Hanatete by super. Dada. Mamma Naba.
Yeah.
So I say. He was a very good communicator, fluent and very respectable. Best NDC for the say. Mapa round trim. Na very egwina.
All right.
Na no manage your emotions.
Okay.
Number radios were communicating well to the people. Yes, sir, they have to come and talk on the people. So me and say about 140 you must more.
Okay.
And find out the other section there, take time. And now somebody like Nanakumia. Nanakumia so na me ban pronounce
Okasayi.
Also Ekasayi say and he was making a lot of Nyame adum say me ban no lawyer zia.
Okay.
We been to law.
I see.
Lawyer zia. Now it is important say this phone because baby always say how true. To munye very careful. Na omo hwom ka say no munye tutu omunye yi pa. All
right. But I see. Lawyer.
Kewdi.
My memory.
I'm say 2020 I'm say it will be near the I'm say elections on TV.
Ebi be 9 nipa be 9 there.
Say nipa na kra nipa nso na. It's unfortunate though, but they know what you know. To say bia would yen ka say ya dey say nipa 9 we but fan say all the 18 compare and the difference so and no I sort hona obi be kase yenko e dey see yenko se ties ne sa no man na yenko se nioma yenko lutuna obi na uti anko yi na be kono ansa mafi to be frewa se ko esa de na ka che de pa konse ozo osre na busa fo no nko
Okay.
Now the old you another one say na busa fo say ko bi on na busa fo na o ma obi de be ma bi kwasa na de be ma o ma na e china o ma ba na busa fo so de there be no mo na be di obi be fro say because e bibisa o dwen first. Sometimes I tell people say sometimes I have to be selfish. Why you first obi anwe o ma o obi anwe o ma and number 2 is say you talk about 2012 NPP a case in the court no and the court case ni try na and this for no come be say o man timi am man no say the pay because now more court na dey you know I believe say that should also tell them say if they get distracted some could deny ma core government business no say governance say kopiska de babe we free university first year dia ko fado ye free say o ma catch obi ato mbeto aso skaroma ko o mu ko pe o mu ko busa kwa aba we fa so nyande nom da ba beto aso na so o mu ko didi I go be you are catching the wind ebedi ba ebedi no mo say 4 years no obo wani ya na me say you can 4 years obako university first year 4 years I don't say onya ni wani be bo ni no na o ko graduation ti say o mo a Ghana na ni epeni yi o mo nyi ni yi ma ye say na be a
Frank,
I think I'll have to take this opportunity to duly say and the communication submissions I'm here, and if I stepped on any toe, I think they should forgive me. Maybe I don't know whether say be a nipa trust and the first do trust and names and the church. It say Kasanitia will be a background fine me. On the other side, now I want to say among 2 million years I can. Said Papa Kana was a Hombrasia and the great year in the paper, your fat Eddie Juma, because young Ghana has in a sabi, a Hombrasia idea a very key. So, person holding the button as on Juma, a very key, and a Hombrasia, Pepeyo. And the messer said, any Samuel go, said Papa Kana, Biano, Yafa Pepeyo, Hombrasia, Casade, and no crack, and for 2 million Juma.
Okay.
Now, maybe a channel. Sabi Ghana for gina be hu say sabi NDC for yen so no yen me de na e betum de pepepe oni tumi no o man ho bra mo man fa ntuma pafura on this note make us a 24-hour economy ba nkokon keten ya de ba na women's development bank ni ya de ba enti sabi yes me bro be other room na Ghana for gina nya roshi mu say mu nyina mo support yen because without their support no de be bia no nya de betum agina enti you agree for everyone support na ya de achechiro man no man na grab
right honorable Kwabena Owusu
Ewodi.
Bediako, you have the final say.
Obama here say na just na we.
Downfall of a man is not the end of his life.
Me train you anim nyina afo. Nipa kakra o manya kwan ko parliament no. You see, I didn't mo ball no na eyi nipa no bia be 3 afiri mu. Na mo ball 7 against 11. And na form. Until they have to work extra hard. Omo nso a bibi nti omo du su ye. To da ya na hadwen o. Ofre nipa na o mfa o. Onya tumi kakra bi, tumi kitwa bi o. Ai, chese nyese wa na abre o. Obi e kokromoti o. Ewi asenso de kokromoti Nyankopon mo obi a sa ye tente wi akwatia, obi ade yenko. Na aye bibi. Nti yenko fie ne yenko home. Na ya nwenwene ye si ye. Na ye nyina be koso asese sa police station ade a ya na edi nipa kakra bi kwoto no. Se betimi a yensesem. Na ye mo obi a ye party ni bi a be so koto bi a no. Nkonkoto bi. Me kasa no. Me che me party for mpanifo nyina nkran. The konde ye yire ho ye bi papa ni tituni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ya campaign o ye no. Enya ketwa. Untumi chama untumi amanfo ko bi house to house hin nyina no na mu bi. Enso Nyankopon de tumi on the free roba. Yan hyehyɛ nneɛma yie mfie nan wɔ ha yi a na Nyankopɔn ma kwan a nneɛma papa ɛhyɛ ase ne ba beto as na me to ndis for so fo omo ama nto aba no 2/3 of Ghanaians enti ma men kama asɛm Ghana ne yɛ nyina dia wanya puja tumi no dia ma on ne yi a misrawo nye sekuru eno enye no ne kubu abai no
ala mo bitu
edi mesra mo awon fo ho odin time mpani dada achi ditu se base position no wa anya bia o mse bia abre nyem nyina na mbenya bie mo man pressure too much na kakro betimi aya no onye we president ya we dan ya mpani dada an be support o baabi ni on contest be support o baabi enti mo wa bonten no mo adwene nyom so mo ko to ko bia na mo ntem ukopira wa bonten opira kwa
hunu
opira kwa ya to aba na wie ya adwene Ghana ho na mfie na edi anim ye ko hyehyɛ neoma na neoma ka ye Freeport ho ni ya mpani be de achi de ye keka ho asem no da e bebo mo de ahwese ne betimi ana jamwan so say mo me hu say mo ye party a we political party a ye prayer na musuma ba ye political party a na movement musuma ba be dim na ko ya die ni kura me dia ti o.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Amwa, a senior member, Movement for Change, lawyer, Kwabena Owusu Dankwa, private legal practitioner, Honorable Kwabena Bediako, former DC Session Central, and Mr. Frank, a doctor, Mr. Frank Otu Echampong, a lecturer, Spiriton University, NDC Communication Team member, Ashanti region. Madam Masi. Bidi ade Kwabena Owusu Dankwa betrem e ma lawyer Ohene Amankwaje ka se ekuya PC asare Bediako ena osise dwudi enyina ede ema he. Emepem obesan atiyenka. Yakramo ene enyumre. Bye bye.